All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Simple Forex Setup shows. I'm going to be sharing with you a number of charts on the 4-hour time frame. So here I go sharing my screen. Alrighty. So the first chart I'm going to have a look at is USD JPY. And this currency pair, at the moment, I'm looking for a long continuation of where it's going at the moment. So looking to take a long position there on the daily. Looking for a position here up to that horizontal line. So let's have a look for the setup on the 4-hourly chart. So on the 4-hourly, we had a little bit of a pullback. I would have preferred a pullback a little bit further, but considering that it is just at the tops there, I'm going to enter a long position with a reduced risk on this one. So let's set that up. I'm going to take a trade just above the previous bar and then low, probably under this one here. So that's the lowest bar there. So 6 bars back. And it's for a long. All right, so this is the parameters there. So let's mark them up. Okay, so the entry is going to be at 109,685. Then the stop loss. Stop loss will be at 109,081. Okay, and then we have TP1. Let's have a look. So TP1. 110.289. PP2. 110.893. And then the final TP. Just under the horizontal line there. So 111.497. Okay. So this is the pending order for USD JPY for long. Right. All right. So let's have a look at the next chart. Next chart I'm going to have a look at is AUD USD. So on this chart, monthly, I'm looking for a long all the way up to this horizontal. A weekly, still looking for a long up to there as well. Daily, it's nicely at the bottom of the channel, so I'm definitely looking for a long in that area there. So let's have a look on the four hourly setup. All right, we had a really good pullback there. I would have liked to enter closer to that line, but where it is now is just past the daily support. So I'm going to look at entering just above there with reduced risk on this one as well, just because of that space between there is not quite enough, but it does have a potential to go higher up to there on the daily. So let's take a trade or place a pending order. So on this one, I'm looking to enter just above the previous bar, and then stop loss under this bar, so that's bar 4. And I'm looking for a long. Okay, so that's the markup on that. Let's do that. So here we have the entry. At 77735. Stop loss below there. So stop loss at 0.77058. We go, and then PP1. Seven, 8, 4, 1, 2. Let's have a look at TP2. That's TP2. And the last TP. All right. So that's the markup for Aussie USD for a long. There we go. All right, the next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is GBP-JPY. GBP-JPY. I'm looking for a long, but I'm conscious that there is a resistance there, quite close. So still looking for a long. Have a look, what does this look like? A little bit of a pullback on the daily. So on the 4-hourly, well, I'm going to place an order on this one for a long. Reduce risk, and I will manage the stop loss just in case it stops there. So let's have a look at that. This one, the entry will be just a few pips above the previous bar, and the stop loss will be below that same bar. So let's have a look at, let's mark that up. So entry is at 155.281. And stop loss Stop loss is at 154.471. Have a look, TP1. $156.091. TP2. $156.901. And the final TP. $157.711. Sorry. Okay. What's the markup for that? There we go. Okay. Okay, in terms of the profit targets, if you're new to trading, just set the entry, stop loss, and TP2 as your final profit target. If you are more advanced and you are taking partial profit out, then you can set TP1, TP2, and TP. And when the price reaches TP1 and TP2, you can then use that level to take partial profits out. Up to you. Depends on how much experience you have. If you're brand new to trading, then you just want to set one profit target. And I usually start with TP2 as the final, which is risk to reward ratio 1:2. Yeah, and these ones are at reduced risk just because that horizontal level is very close at around that TP1. Okay, the next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro USD. So this is a trade that is still playing out. At the moment, it has already reached past risk to reward 1 to about 4. Trailing stop is around the TP2 and still holding on that one. I'm still looking for the price to potentially go all the way up to that horizontal level. So I'm still in that trade there. Next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro JPY. So Euro JPY, still in that trade as well. Since, well, a few weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, and still looking to hold at this point. So looking, the price is still going up. So holding on to that one. there. Next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro AUD. So this currency pair, I'm potentially looking at the price now being above that 1.57. So looking for a retest and a change in the direction, possibly going for long. So on the weekly, this is what it looks like. On the daily, we had a higher high potentially, and we have a higher low. So if we get the price to pull back around this area, then I'm looking for a long. Let's have a look on the 4-hourly. This is what it looks like in terms of the setup. So looking for a pullback a bit further, either to or just below that horizontal level. Okay, just looking at the questions. Can I do 1 to 2 on MetaTrader, but not 3? Yes. Yep. You would need to set it up in the like the pre-settings. Not really sure what exactly you have, but perhaps when you have your coaching, check with you know how to set it up in MetaTrader. And I have GBPJPY. So on a daily, how does the pair with placing a buy on H4? Like 2 separate trades. Yep, 2 separate trades. Yep. Yeah. You can still do that. All right, next currency pair I'm looking at is GBP CAD. So GBP CAD, I'm looking for a short of that horizontal level. On the weekly, it's in a downward direction. Daily, looking pretty good, still under the trend line. So here, I'm looking for a pullback a little bit further up, either to the horizontal or to the trend line. And then I would be looking for a short position then. Next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is GBP USD. GBP USD. This one is in an upward trend, just reaching that 1.43 horizontal level. Same with weekly, still going up. So I'm looking for a pullback down to the bottom of the channel here. So on the 4-hourly, that would be around this area. If we get a pullback, then I would be looking for a long position. Otherwise, no trade on that one. Next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro GBP. Euro GBP, I'm looking at this as a ranging market. So I'm looking to be going long in between those two horizontal levels. So on a weekly, I'm looking to be going long. So on the 4-hourly, in terms of the setup, I would like a pullback down to the bottom of this range here, and then looking for a long after that. So not taking any trades while it's that high up. And the last currency pair I'm going to have a look at is USD CAD. USD is in a downward direction. So I'm looking for short off the top of the range there. Top of the channel. The top of the channel. So looking for price to pull back up on the daily, at least to that area there, or all the way to the channel, or possibly even to the horizontal. So at the moment, that is quite far away from where I want it. So let's see what happens with that. Let's have a look. Yes, had a bit of a cold from the kids, I think. So feeling a little bit under the weather today, but got through it. So yeah, yes, apologies for the cutout on Sunday, definitely. That was an error, but hopefully I will see all those that I saw on Sunday on Monday for the coaching. So thank you very much for being part of the Simple Forex Setup show today. And I am looking forward to seeing you again at 1 p.m. Singapore time. I'll see you then. Bye for now.